So you're a VW owner, and that dreaded check engine light is on. Chances are you might be looking at the infamous P0441 error code. It is, without a doubt, one of the most common and, yeah, frustrating issues you can run into. But hey, don't worry, because in this explainer, we're not just going to tell you what it means. We're going to walk you through how to actually fix it. Let's dive in.
You know the feeling, right? You get in your car, you're ready to go, you turn the key, and bam, there it is. That little orange engine light just staring back at you. It is so persistent, it's annoying, and it's a guaranteed way to throw a wrench in your day. But what is it really trying to tell you?
Well, if you plugged in a scanner and it's spitting out the code P0441, you are in the right place. And here's the best part. This is often a problem you can totally solve yourself right in your own garage. So let's get ready to figure this out and turn that light off for good.
First things first, what is your car even trying to tell you with this specific code? Let's cut through all the technical mumbo-jumbo and get straight to what's really happening under the hood.
Okay, so the official fancy name is EVAP System Incorrect Purge Flow. Just think of your car's main computer as like a super strict traffic cop for fuel fumes. It knows exactly how much vapor should be moving from your gas tank to your engine at all times. When the actual flow doesn't match what it expects, maybe it's too much, maybe it's too little, it throws up a flag, and that's your P0441 code.
Now, it's really important to know that not all EV-PAP codes are created equal. You might have heard of another common one, P0455. That code usually screams large leak, like you literally forgot to put your gas cap back on. But P0441, it's a little more subtle. It's not yelling about a giant hole, it's telling you the rate of the flow is just off. The rhythm is wrong.
To really get a handle on this, we need to understand the system that's causing the headache in the first place. So what exactly is this EVAP system? Let's take a quick look.
Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is as a super smart recycling plant for your car's gas fumes. You see, instead of just letting all those nasty vapors from your gas tank escape into the atmosphere, this system captures them and, well, recycles them. It's actually a brilliant bit of engineering that helps your car be a lot cleaner.
So here's the play-by-play. As gas evaporates in the tank, those fumes are collected and stored in this thing called a charcoal canister. Then, when your car's computer decides the time is right, a little gatekeeper, that's the purge valve, opens up. That allows the engine's vacuum to suck those fumes right into the engine, where they get burned up with the rest of the fuel. Pretty simple, but super effective.
Okay, now that we know how it's supposed to work, let's put on our detective hats and figure out what could be going wrong. It's time to round up the usual suspects behind that P0441 code. As you can see, there's a handful of things that could be the culprit. I mean, it could be something as ridiculously simple as a loose gas cap, and hey, we've all been there. Or it could be a bad valve for a tiny crack in a hose. But don't let this list freak you out. We're going to show you how to zero in on the most likely cause step by step.
All right, now listen up, because this is the big one, especially for all you VW and Audi drivers out there. The number one most common cause of a P0441 code on these cars is the purge valve. It's also called the N80 valve. Think about it. This little part is clicking open and closed constantly, every single time you drive. So it's really no surprise that it's usually the first component to wear out. This is our prime suspect.
Okay, time for the hands-on part. We're going to walk through a simple, logical diagnostic checklist. We'll start with the absolute easiest and most common fixes first.
The secret to not wasting your time or money here is to think of it like a funnel. We'll start at the widest part, the super easy, super common stuff, like the gas cap. From there, we'll slowly narrow our search down to the more specific possibilities. It's just a smarter, more efficient way to hunt down the real problem.
Seriously, start with the gas cap. I know it sounds almost too simple, but you'd be surprised how often this is the issue. Take it off completely. Now screw it back on until you hear it click at least 3 times. That's how you know it's sealed. And while it's off, give that rubber seal a good look. Is it cracked, brittle, or torn up? If it is, well, you've probably just found your problem.
So, the gas cap looks good? Okay, time to move on to our number one suspect, that N80 purge valve. You'll typically find this little guy mounted right on the engine, a lot of times on the airbox. Just look for a small cylinder-shaped part that has 2 hoses connected to it and 1 electrical plug.
And here is a super quick and easy way to test it. First, and this is important, make sure your engine is off. Then just carefully pull the 2 little hoses off the valve.
Now, put your mouth on one end and try to blow through it. If you can blow air through it at all, the valve is stuck open and boom, you found your problem. A healthy N80 valve is completely sealed shut when the car is off.
All right, so what if your N80 valve passed the test? The very next thing to do is check out the vacuum hoses. These are those little rubber lines that connect to the valve and other parts of the system. Follow them with your eyes and your fingers, looking for any obvious cracks, splits, or places where they might have popped off. Here's a pro tip. Gently bend the hoses as you check them. That can often reveal tiny cracks that are otherwise impossible to see.
Now, what if you've gone through all these steps, you've checked everything, and that check engine light is still staring you down? Hey, don't get frustrated. It just means the problem is a little trickier, and it might be time to bring in a professional. Let's talk about what that looks like.
See, at this point, the leak is probably way too small to see with just your eyes. Mechanics have this awesome tool called a smoke machine. It basically fills the entire evap system with a thick but totally harmless vapor. It's an amazing diagnostic tool because it makes finding leaks easy. Wherever you see a little puff of smoke escaping, that's your problem.
So, let's do a real quick recap of everything we just covered. P0441 means the flow of fuel vapor is wrong. Always, always, always start with the simplest fix. Check your gas cap. After that, your prime suspect is the N80 purge valve. If that's not it, give all those little vacuum hoses a thorough inspection. And if you're still stuck, a pro with the smoke machine can find those sneaky hidden leaks.
And that's it. That's your complete battle plan for defeating the P0441 code. You've now got the knowledge and a clear step-by-step guide to fix this yourself. So the only question left is, are you ready to pop the hood, get your hands a little dirty, and finally turn that annoying light off for good?